Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I am going to show you how to catch an error using try catch block from Snowflake stored procedure. This is a 10th video from Snowflake stored procedures playlist. To create a stored procedure in Snowflake, we have to use the create or replace procedure, procedure name, returns, varchar. Is it mandatory or returning value is mandatory? That means you can use the not null. If it's optional, you can keep the null. Language JavaScript as dollar dollar. After that you can write your logic. Here this is the statement where to define the variable. After that this is the try block. From this block you can write your statements. After that you can specify the catch. Immediately once try block ends, then you have to specify the catch block. So catch block, as I said, that catch block will take a object, error object. That name could be err, e or any name, any valid name. And here I am capturing the error details by using the methods from error object. The method is code, state, message and stack trace text. These are the four methods. So I'm concatenating all these details into variable, string variable, result, each value separated by the new line. After that you can use the final, you can write finally block. Inside that final block, generally we write the piece of code which is going to be cleaning of your data or cleaning of your tasks which are related to cleaning. So at the end of the procedure, if you want to perform some task, so that task you are going to specify here. Task means it is not a Snowflake task object. Task means any statement, like at the end of the procedure I want to drop these particular tables. I want to insert the data into one table. So those type of statements you can keep the finally. The reason, if you keep the statements inside the finally block, irrespective of whether procedure has been successfully executed or throws exception, this finally block will be executing. And return result dollar dollar end. This is the procedure to create a with try catch finally blocks. And after that we call the stored procedure by using the call statement. Let's say same in action or demo. Here before demonstrating the example, let me set the context. So that's done. Now how to catch an error using try catch finally blocks. So below example demonstrates using a JavaScript try catch finally block to catch an error inside a stored procedure. So I am going to show you these procedures in the different cases. The first case is the invalid command. So in from this case, what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a procedure with all three blocks. Okay, in the try block I am going to specify the invalid command. That means it is not a valid command. So when you compile and okay, this procedure, it will compile. After that, the moment when you execute, it throws exception. So how to catch that exception. That's why here we are specifying the invalid command. So create or replace procedure, procedure name returns language as $, and this is the variable to return try block. Here try block snowflake dot execute. Snowflake is a method provided by the Snowflake default. This method is available into your store procedure. From that object we have a execute method. This execute method we have to pass the our SQL text is nothing but a command. So SQL command to pass the execute. So that Snowflake method will execute this by using the execute method. Snowflake object will execute this statement by using the execute method, and then once that is executed, then we are going to capture the succeeded result. In this result variable, string variable, we are going to assign the succeeded. If there is any error during the execution of this statement, so the control goes to catch block. Inside that catch block we have a error object. From this error object there are methods to capture the details, like what is the error code, what is the error state, and what is the error message, and what is the stack trace text. After that we have a finally block. This finally block, as I said, that if you are going to perform particular task at the end of the procedure, irrespective of whether your procedure is going to successfully executed or through an exception, this finally block will be executing always. Okay, with that let me create this procedure, which means compiling. So function proc underscore try catch finally successfully created. Here please note that in the finally block, here I have mentioned that create table syntax. So before running this statement, this procedure, this should return an error showing an error number and other information, and a table creation also. So describe table name. Before running this procedure, let me see whether this describe. So SQL compilation error, table test does not exist. Okay, not authorized. That means this table doesn't exist. Okay, let me execute the call proc underscore try catch finally procedure. I have executed the procedure and output, see it exception, it gave the exception. So if you click on this one, failed code is 100183, state p 4 zeros, and message error message the SQL compilation error. Please note that we specified, we mentioned the invalid SQL statement. That's why SQL compilation error came. So syntax error line 1 at position 0 unexpected invalid. So we are supposed to specify the select statement. After that we can specify the string, so that when you execute that it will give the valid, it will give output, expected output. But here we wantedly provided the invalid statement to catch the exception. So at snowflake dot execute line 4 position 20. So that is the option case 1. Now case 2, yeah. So before going to case 2, here finally is there. So inside that finally we mentioned that create tables in create table. So let's see whether table has been created or not. If you describe the table, if that gives the output, that means table has been created from the finally block, even though exception occurred. So now I am going to explain about the case 2. Case 2, here in the same procedure only, I am overwriting the procedure which just now created with the valid command. So valid command is nothing but here select, and then keeping this string into single quote. So everything is same except this one. So create or replace procedure, everything is same. So now let me here, test1 table is name is the different test1, because in the previously we have created test. So in this example I'm going to create a with a different name, okay, from finally block. So let me compile this procedure. Yeah, function proc underscore try catch finally successfully created. Then before executing procedure, let me describe this table. So yeah, SQL compilation error, table test1 doesn't exist, not authorized. That means this table doesn't exist in database. So let me execute the procedure. This time this procedure won't, yeah, so throw exception, this is the executed successfully, that means valid command only. So even though it executed successfully, let me see whether our table has been created from the final block or not. So yes, table test1 has been created from the final block. That means when you when you include when you when you include the finally block along with the try catch inside the procedure, this finally block will be executing automatically if is there any error or no error. That is the that. Now case 3, let me explain case 3. Case 3, here I will try to create a procedure with a try block only, then we'll see what is going to happen. So create a replace procedure name proc underscore try only, returns varchar not null language javascript as defining the variable to return the value try. Inside the try, this is a invalid statement. Okay, this is the invalid statement. We will try to create a invalid and result equal to succeeded and return that string. So let me create this procedure. So function proc underscore try only successfully created. Then let me execute this procedure. See, JavaScript compilation error, uncaught syntax error, missing catch or finally after try in proc underscore try only. That means you have to specify the, while compilation we didn't get any error, but during the execution we got the error. Okay, exception. That exception what is saying that, missing catch or finally block after try block. That means you cannot create a procedure with only try block. So this is the one point. Okay, please note that if you want to create a procedure with try, you have to specify either catch or finally. If you specify the catch, then we can catch the exception or error details. If you don't specify the catch, we cannot capture those error details if any exception is the occurred in the stored procedure. Now what I am going to do, case 4 try with catch block with invalid command. So we are going to create only these two blocks. One is the try, another one is the catch block. Okay, catch block with invalid command. So let me create this procedure. Same, everything is same, but here we don't have any finally block. So now please note that here along with the catch block I used the e is the error object. From this error object I am going to assign this error to our variable called the result. So here I am not going to use the methods, okay, from the error object e. So we will see what is going to happen. Function proc underscore try with catch successfully created. Now let me execute this one. See, we didn't get any exception. I mean, sorry, we got the exception, but with SQL compilation error. Default it came the error message. Syntax error line at position 0, unexpected invalid. This is the tracing information and error message information only we got because we didn't specify any other state and code. Okay, so that is the we are going to create it with the try try and catch. Now case 5, what I'm going to do, try with final block with invalid command. Okay, so if you create a try with final block, then if we get any error, because here we are going to specify the specify the invalid command so that it throws an exception when if throws an exception, we are not going to handle that exception. However, we have specified the finally block. So from that finally block, what we are going to do, we are going to create a table called table test2. So let me create this procedure. Function proc underscore try with finally underscore invalid. So before executing this procedure, I am going to see whether this test2 table present or not. So it gives the SQL compilation error. It gave SQL are given the SQL compilation error. Table test2 doesn't exist or not authorized. That means table doesn't present. So now let me execute this. Here execution error in stored procedure, invalid SQL compilation error, syntax 1 at position 0, unexpected invalid command at snowflake.execute, because we didn't capture the there is no catch block from this procedure. That's why we got the execution error. So what happened to final block? So in the final block, we mentioned that test2 table creation. Let's see describe table 2. See, table has been created. That means before throwing an exception, an error, if you okay, finally block has been executed. Okay, please note this point also. This is the valid command. Try with finally with a valid command. Even though this case here, select valid command and test3. Here I am going to create the table with finally. So yeah, function proc with try with finally valid successfully created. Now let me, before executing this procedure, test3 table is present or not. This table gave the error, SQL compilation error, table test3 doesn't exist or not authorized. So now let me describe it. After execute, I am going to execute this one. This time this procedure succeeded, okay, without any error. Then let me see the table is created or not. Sorry, test table, there is a space is there. Yeah, we need to specify the space. Yeah, okay. So table 3 table test3 created. That means finally block has been executed. So this is all about try catch. Okay, this is all about and catch an error using the try catch finally. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and don't forget to click on bell icon for the notifications. Please share it and like it. Thank you once again for watching my video.